Hi boys and girls, and welcome back. We're going to be working on a Mother's Day project, and our title of our lesson is The Flowering Cherry Tree. Look how beautiful that is with the rich reds and purples. And we're going to be painting today. So the things that you will need to do this project are a piece of construction paper, paint, a small brush, something to paint on or from a paint tray, and one broccoli floret, or a couple if you like. And those are really cool, the kind that you eat. All right, let's get started. So our background I have chosen for myself is a nice sky blue color. You can choose any color you like. Think about the time of the day that you want your tree to be in. It could be a daytime picture or a nighttime picture. It's all up to you, okay? Let's get started. All right, on my palette that I have here today, I have the color white and I have the color brown. This is going to be for my clouds, my stratus clouds. This is going to help me with my tree. Okay, let's get started. Instead of using a traditional paintbrush, what? That's crazy, Mr. Blackman. A piece of broccoli, you're supposed to eat this, not paint with it. No, you can do both, but not at the same time. Here we go. We're going to make some nice, soft clouds in our sky as we're painting today. So I'm going to take my palette and my broccoli floret, and I'm going to just get a little bit of my white paint on my broccoli. Not a lot, just a little, maybe a little more than that, like that. And I'm going to kind of tap off some of the paint so it's not so heavy. And I want to think clouds in the sky. Ooh, so I'm going to do some very soft clouds. I'm not going to be pressing down, and I'm going to be making my clouds kind of stick together. Little soft clouds in my sky. If you get a little too much paint in a spot, all you have to do is keep tapping with your broccoli, and it will thin it out. Put some nice fluffy little clouds in there. Nice pretty spring day because Mother's Day is in the spring, and we want to show our moms how much we love them by making them something. All right, so I have some nice little clouds here, and you always know what you have to do when you paint. You have to let this dry. So magically, Mr. Blackman has done that. Our picture is dry now. Had to wait a little while, maybe use a hairdryer, but it worked, okay? So we're all done with our clouds, and they are nice and dry to the touch, okay? Because we don't want our tree colors to get mixed up in our cloud colors, okay? All right, we're gonna switch over, and we're gonna use our brown, but we're not gonna use our broccoli floret for this. We want to use a real art supply. We want to use our brush. Any brush that you have, any size is great. And if you would like to draw out your design, you can do that first. But if not, you can go straight into painting our tree. Our tree has about 3 different parts, okay? And I'm going to kind of trace mine out a little bit so you can see. My wide part is my trunk of the tree. And then as you go up into the sky, remember this one thing. Remember when you draw a tree, you use the letter V, like the word V, and your tree. And if you watch my pencil, look, I just keep adding the letter V. Now you don't have to do this drawing if you don't want. You can just do it all freehand. All right, I'm gonna load up my brush, just a little brown on there. And I'm gonna start off by adding color to my trunk of my tree. And remember, trees are organic, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Bring my tree all the way down to the edge of my paper. Remember, if you're painting on mom and dad's tables at home, you may want to put something under your paper. Mr. Blyman didn't do that today. Oopsie. Hope I can do it without making a big mess. And I'm going to start outlining my branches. Now, I don't want to draw the whole tree. I just want to do a few branches because my beautiful flowers from my tree are going to be covering up some of that. See how I'm making that letter V? The letter V, that's your friend when you start making your tree. That kind of rhymes, V and tree. I'm just going to slide up there and make a few branches. And again, you can come off your edges and make the letter V. And that will make your tree look more realistic. When in doubt, just make the letter V, okay? All right, I think I've got enough branches on my tree. All right, now it's time to switch up colors. So for a cherry tree, they usually bloom in the spring, and they're very pretty with soft pinks, dark pinks, a little green, maybe shadows of purple. So I'm gonna switch my palette up. And I'm going to switch to this palette. Now, for my palette on this design, I have a pink, I have a purple for my shadows, and I would like to have a light green. Now, I don't have light green at home, so I'm going to learn to improvise. I'm going to be using my my green and my white to mix up my design. And I'm going to use a clean brush, or you can use a stick. I wouldn't use my finger, but I'm going to lighten up my green. Ooh, look there, Mr. Blackman. It's magic. If I add a little white to a color, it makes it lighter, okay? So that looks more like a spring color green. That's good. All right, that is perfect. Now, this is the magic. Get rid of that paintbrush. We don't need it. We need broccoli. Yay! Broccoli. So I'm going to load up my broccoli with my colors. A little green, a little purple, a little pink. And I'm getting my broccoli ready to paint. So here we go. I'm going to add flowers to my tree. And when I need to reload, I go back to my palette and get my colors, and I come back and I'm softly dabbing. I don't want to mix too much. I just want to keep touching my paper until I fill up my page with these pretty springy colors for Mom for Mother's Day. Look at that. All right. You know what all artists do when they're finished with their work, right? You sign your name. But let's see what our finished product might look like. Ah, all nice and dry. And then we are ready to sign our painting. Okay, for Mom, for Mother's Day, you could even say, Happy maybe day in the middle. Look at there. If it's nice and dry, you can write right over it. And then your name. I'm going to put my name. You put your name. All right, boys and girls, have a great, happy Mother's Day. Surprise your moms with beautiful flowering cherry trees. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next week.